And we are back. Thank you, everyone, for joining us another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time comes from the squared circle of wrestling, from the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, the Royal Hawaiian, April Home. Welcome,
Hi.
April.
Aloha. Hi, Dan.
It's
How are
good to
you?
have you here.
Great.
um,
Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you here. So, for those watching and future watching, you can follow April on her social media accounts on Facebook, on Instagram at the Royal Hawaiian 25, on Twitter at Glow Royal Hawaiian, and there's an appearance meet and greet February 25th and 26th at the Postcard Collectible and Toy Show, Samstown Power Play Sports Collectible in Las Vegas, Nevada. Make sure you stop, say hello to the ladies, buy some merchandise, get some pictures, have some great
Yep.
time at the
Yep.
wrestling convention.
Come by and see us right now. It'll be myself and Roxy Astor and possibly Sunny, the California girl. And we'll see who else might be able to stop by. But come on out.
Definitely come out to that show and have a good time. April, welcome to the show and thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
So let's go ahead and get to some questions that I had for you. Um, so, speaking of, you're at these conventions, and is there a certain favorite item you like to sign for the fans, be it they bring their own item or something you have on the table?
Well, everything that I have kind of gears around the whole Hawaii theme. And of course, with me being the pineapple, they want to say pineapple queen. I had someone from Louisiana. All the little boys used to call me the pineapple lady. But
Aw.
you can find pineapple merchandise, hibiscus or plumeria flowers. I have my t-shirts and all my photos, and I've got a lot of different stuff. But I would say probably the photos is what everybody really just, they see the one that really gets everybody is my championship crown match when I became the first heel to win the crown and I broke Tammy
Oh,
Jones'
yeah.
lollipop and stole her crown. So that was my favorite. And I actually have lollipops. They're about this big. And if you buy the Tammy Jones t-shirt, which is our photo,
Uh-huh.
and then you get a lollipop, and I say, would you like to buy a lollipop? And you get a free t-shirt. And then I
Oh.
found little ones, and they're little tiny ones, like kind of handout. And I have those on my table, and I just hand those out to the kids. And for those
Aw.
that don't really know what it is, I introduce them to that picture, and then I tell them, I said, this is what it is. It's the Tammy Jones lollipop. And I get it and I whack it on the table and it crumbles into a million pieces. And okay, who's this crazy lady? But I think the photos, and then whatever else, if they have something they in particular want, a lot of them also do like us to sign their shirts. So
Oh, yeah.
shirts, or I've had a couple that come with like a wrestling shirt that they've had all their favorite wrestlers, autographs.
Yeah.
We can autograph on there. But yeah, so all kind of different things. But I've got a lot of stuff, so they can come and choose. I've got stickers. I've got. I mean, I got a whole shelf here of all kind of merchandise. I've got beach bags and beach towels and anything that you could think of from Hawaii, but mostly the pineapples. And my whole dresser over here has pineapple everything from fans that send me all kind of great pineapple
Aw.
figures and yeah, really neat things. Like you can see my little pineapple dolls behind me and
Yeah.
stuff on the wall, my pineapple wall.
Aw.
When I get stuff, then it's really special and it's really neat, and I have a really good time. I have a great group of what we call super fans, and
There
they're
you go.
so I'm really lucky that we have really dedicated and fans who are just have been supportive of Glow for many, many years. And right now, I've noticed that the group that watched us live in the 80s are between like 40 and 48, 50 ish. And those are the ones that are the diehards because they grew up watching it. They didn't watch it in the rerun stages. They were able to watch it as it was live on TV at that time. So it's a good age range right now, because that's a lot of the fans that we run into are original, what I would call original Glow fans, because they were watching it when it came out. So it's exciting.
Yep. And I'm one of those because I watched it when it came out. So
Yeah. And so when you watched it, was it on Saturdays in the morning or Saturdays at night, or do you remember?
I want to say it was.
That on what part of the country it was on
Yeah.
different days of the week, and then different times, and kind of switched around. And so you get them say, oh yeah, we used to wait until WWF was over, and then we knew the Glow Girls were coming on. And I was like, wow, that's exciting. And they're like, yeah, you guys, it was kind of boring to watch them. That's what I just had one of a recent fan said, that WWF was ended up being a little more mellow compared
Yeah.
after their show. We came on, and then it was all hee haw and laughing, and our
Yeah.
hits and music videos and all the crazy stuff that we used to do. So they said that they loved waiting till they were over, and then they got to see Glow. So that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in the afternoons I used to watch it.
Mhm.
And I had my favorites. Um and I just fit in that 40-year-old bracket. So,
That's the age range, and right now, I seem to really see that they're all out and about at the local shows and stuff like that. And I just met a group of my fans at a show last year, and as soon as they announced, "Oh, don't forget to go by and see the Royal Hawaiian. She's here signing autographs and selling merch," and they just about went crazy. And it was a family of like 12, and it was like a mom and three sisters, and the husbands or boyfriends, and then kids or grandkids, and then they've been
aw,
out following. So for the rest of the year last year, wherever I went, they were there. So it was really kind of cool.
yeah.
They were like, oh man, I gotta go. Where next week, next month, or whatever. So yeah, so you get kind of in the local following, and they're just excited. Then Christmas, oh, we got to go shopping and need some Christmas presents. So
Yeah.
hey, that's cool. Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm glad that it's going well for you, and that opportunities are continuing to develop. So,
Yeah. I mean, COVID kind of messed us up, but prior to
mhm.
COVID, we were traveling quite often, 2, 3, up to 4 times a month sometimes, around the country. And so that was fun, and we were able to, and then it just came to a sort of halt. So this year I'm
Yes.
planning some more traveling. So hopefully we'll get to see some. I know my poor East Coast fans, and they're like, when are you coming? When are you coming? So I think May there might be an opportunity, and then something else in June, and then I think more into the later part of the year, October, November. So eventually I'll get out to the East Coast. This year I did promise some people that I would make it out this year, because it's gotten a lot better, COVID wise and stuff. So I think we'll get to see some East Coast fans this year.
Very, very cool. I would like that too because I'm on the East
Yeah.
Coast. So,
Yeah.
but, so can you tell us about? Because I remember reading this because I was researching. Can you tell me what it was like when you became a trainer with Americana and you started training some of the newer girls of
Yeah.
Glow?
Yeah, well, it was an honor to be asked to do that. The original 12 of us that did the pilot were trained by Mondo Guerrero. So, of
Oh,
course,
okay.
Guerrero family dynasty, Chavo and Eddie Guerrero,
Eddie. Yeah.
you know. So we were fortunate enough that we got to be trained by Mondo, and we've seen him throughout the years. He's been able to come to some things with us, and actually join us on panels at LA Comic Con and things like that. So it was good because I had a great trainer, good background. And so then when they asked if, I would be able to do that and was I interested? And of course, it was new, and we didn't know exactly what the show was going to be like, right? I mean, this was all new, And so they did ask Americana and I to do that. And so we were, of course we were our, that was my my opponent in a lot of things, but we were actually roommates. So everybody says, well, that's kind of odd. And I said, yeah, and with kayfabe back then, we couldn't hang out together,
Oh
as
no.
public, and a lot of people, nobody knew we were roommates, but we spent a lot of time together because of course we were training the girls. So when we were selecting girls to join the show, they would actually have us train them, and then David and Matt would look, and Steve Blanche was the writer, and they would look at, okay, who's doing well, who do you guys think can make can do this, and which ones do you recommend, and that kind of thing. So we spent late hours in Katie's kitchen, the coffee shop in the Riviera Hotel, late night, having staff meetings and things like that. So we did have to do more work than some of the other girls who were just rehearsing and training and doing their thing for their matches, and then we had to be at the rehearsals and all of the workouts for the whole time, right? I mean, some of the girls came, they did their thing, and off they went, and they could do what they wanted to do, go work out at the gym, go hang out by the pool, whatever. And then we had to be there all day through all the matches. And then, of course, weed people out if we didn't think they were going to make it. We'd have to give Matt and David the recommendation that, what, I don't think this one's making it, or, hey, we think this one's getting really good, and instead of maybe just the tag team, maybe you might want to think about, doing a singles match with so and so and things like that. So it was a lot of fun, but a lot of work. Everybody says, oh, well, what did you do? I said, well, that's what I did, between Cindy and I, and then when, being that we were roommates, so we would go back to the room, and then of course, guess what? It wasn't relaxation time. It's like kind of like a constant work thing, right? Because we're kind of brainstorming or trying to see, okay, what else can we do, or what else needs to be done, and things like that. So it was a long job. It was the 9 to 5 thing, and then okay, we go to our room and it's over with, because it's all day, and then depending on camera schedules and doing shots that are going to be the interviews that they insert into the episodes, and then you got the skits and the music videos and the this and the that. So it was always something. So it was definitely a full schedule, but I totally loved it. It was a lot of fun, and it was an honor to be able to be the first trainers outside of Mondo doing the original 12 of us. And then we did the training for season 1. And then Debbie Dallas was a trainer. And then eventually I trained Nanuchka. I was Nanuchka's
Oh.
trainer. Yeah. So I'm proud of that, because she was like one of my favorite wrestlers after I left. And then she became a champion, and then she became a trainer. And they had a Debbie debutante, and a few of the other girls that had a lot of experience and had that ability to then continue to train the future seasons, 3 and 4. But it was a lot of fun. I did get injured, so I did only stay for season 1. But people ask, well, would you do it again, knowing that this is how you've suffered, with your injuries your entire life? And I mean, they wanted me to do back surgery back, right after Glow. And I said no. And I mean, here I am, and I'm almost 60 years old. I'll be 60 in April. And I just had an MRI and CAT scan on my neck, and one doctor said, you might need neck surgery now. And I said, I'm 60 years old. I'm not having any surgery. I got a second opinion, and my neurosurgeon said, you know what, it's not bad enough to warrant that you need it. We'll monitor it. And I do aquatherapy, and I have physical therapy and stuff. So, unless it gets really, really bad or something else develops, but I've been in chronic pain for, pretty much the last 37, 38 years. But I do it all over again. That's how much fun it was. Wow. So it was a great
Here
time.
comes my this is my wonderful sidekick. This is Tilly. Tilly
Oh,
likes to come and join the live streams from time to
come and
time.
visit. Hi, Tilly.
Hi. She
Hi,
wants to make sure
Tilly.
that I get attention. Are you gonna
I'm
say
allergic
hi?
to cats, but hi, Tilly. I had a cat as a kid, and then I developed allergies to cats, so I'm allergic
Aw.
to cats. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a black cat named Cubby when I was a kid.
Aw.
Actually, then I couldn't have cats anymore. It got to be too much.
Um, Tilly is she's 6 years old. Um, she was surrendered twice before I got her,
Oh wow! So you
and
get her then?
yeah, the first that she was stuck in a hoarding house where it was, just a lot of
Oh,
stuff, and then the other person who had them, they were just too old to take care of a cat.
oh,
So then I got
yeah.
her, and I got her all the way in Ohio. I drove like I think an hour and a half,
To go.
and I got her on my birthday.
Oh, what a nice birthday present!
And Tilly's a little bit of a wrestler too. Tilly climbs on the fridge,
Oh,
and Tilly does the kitty cat crossbody
no,
and knocks me
not
over.
that. That's funny.
And especially if I have ice cream and then I
Oh
fall on the ground.
no, she likes ice cream, huh?
Yeah, she loves the ice cream, and then there was a part where there was a dog, and it tried to come in one time, and she's resourceful. She'll go up on the fridge and ready to jump, and she's not afraid. She knows to use
There
her
go
brains.
cat wrestling videos. It's
Yeah.
funny that they actually, can throw them in a ring and have them wrestle each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She's definitely she's my buddy. She's my sidekick.
that's
Sometimes she sits here and will sit here on my shoulder the whole
yeah.
time.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, I'm a dog person. I don't have one right
Oh.
now, but I have grand pups. But
Aw.
and yeah, I've always been a dog person.
Aw. Um, so my next question is I remember the opening and the rap segment part. Um, do people often ask you that? Do they ask you about the
About the
rap?
rap.
Yeah.
Well, just recently, um, I was out with my boyfriend and we were in a restaurant and he had on a glow shirt and a girl sitting at the table next to us. I had got up to go to the restroom and she was talking to him and he says, "What do you know about glow?" And then I start walking out from the bathroom and he goes, "That's what I know about glow." And she says, "Oh my God." And she starts singing the rap. "We're the gorgeous ladies of wrestling." And I'm like, oh my God, she's going to sing the song. And I thought maybe she'd hum a few bars, right?
Yeah.
She sang the whole rap song.
Oh.
And my boyfriend's like, "I didn't even know there was a song." He says, "What is that about?" I said, "We have a rap song and we have individual raps.
Yeah.
She was just, I couldn't believe it. She was over the moon though. And so her husband said, "Oh my God, let's just videotape that. Let's redo that. And both of you sing it together." And so we sang the whole rap song. And then we get asked all the time, "Can you do your rap?" And you'd be surprised how many fans know all of our raps. So, like, each of us had like three different raps that we would just use periodically. And these fans know not just like maybe one of mine, they know
Yeah.
all mine and they know like 15 other girls. They
Oh,
know all the
wow.
raps. So it's like, are you kidding me? I can't even remember my three. And these guys know all of them. And it's crazy. And so Roxy and I were in the Pride Parade in West Hollywood last year. We
Uh-huh.
must have sang the rap song a million times. Talk after, and then waving in the parade. I
Yeah.
Oh, I actually had to go to the hospital because I couldn't lift my arm. I didn't know what was
Oh
wrong. And all of
no.
a sudden, Mike, you know what it is? It was from waving for two.
Oh.
I had thrown my shoulder, and
Yeah, your socket, yeah.
I call Roxy and I go, "Are you in pain?" She goes, "Oh my God, I can't even lift up my
Oh
arm."
no.
So between waving and singing the glow rap, the fans go nuts. They just love it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really, it's something that we love to do. So if you get enough of us together, of course, it's always something that's going to eventually happen at some point in time. We'll all do the glow rap together, and then we'll each do one of our individual raps and stuff. So yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep. I first heard it last month when I had Sunny on the show.
And did she do her rap?
Yes, she did.
So am I supposed to do my rap?
If you want, you don't have to.
Well, there's three, and I don't. I even had to write them down. Like the one I know that I do a lot, but then the other ones, a fan wrote them down and said, "Here, here's all three of your raps."
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
because you know what? I mean, I know them. Once you start it, then I know. But the one I always do is I'm the Royal Hawaiian and I love to hula. I got pretty flowers, but don't let that fool you. I jump from the ropes and I turn you to mush. You better watch out because I do the crush. So that was my move, was the Hawaiian crush from the top rope and just doing the splash. And then of course the pineapple crush. So everybody knows that, I always have, well, and I always have a pineapple, like, well, within reach. Oh, all my babies fell. These are my little
Aw.
one went. I don't know. There's like a family of four.
Aw.
I don't know where the other one went, but yeah. So I got these in the mail, and a fan said, "Oh, I found these cute little, pineapples," and I'm like, so I was expecting like this, and there were two like this, and then there are these big ones. Look at these.
Oh my goodness.
So they sent it to me in this huge box, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so I've always got pineapples all over everywhere. And so I did manage Otto von Kletsch, who's a surfer wrestler in Vegas. He's now in Vegas. He used to be here in California. And then AJ Mana, who is the Samoan shooter. And so I've done that. And I always come in with the pineapple, and someone always is the victim. So it's either the opponent's manager, maybe a referee, a fan, you just never know. Someone gets pineapple at some point in time. And so it's kind of funny. And we had one match when Otto was wrestling one time up in Barstow, and Juan was with us because he travels with me to help me with everything. And we went out in the entrance. I have the pineapple and I crushed the pineapple, and it ends up in my mouth, and I end up spitting it at the fan or whatever. Well, pineapple was everywhere, in the on the apron, around. And then a girl that was defending her title was allergic to pineapple.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. So we actually, the guys had to come out, the crew had to come, they had to wipe down the whole thing, the whole ring, around the apron, everything. And so now when I go, we ask before the show, is anybody allergic to pineapple? Because if they are, then they got to move our match to after whoever's allergic, so that they don't have to go out and wrestle after I spit pineapple everywhere. So kind of funny, but everybody knows it. So I do get a lot of fans. They say, I can't look at a pineapple and not think about you. So because I get all these great, you know, gifts, and I collect pineapple recipes. So I have
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of fans that send me recipes on pineapple desserts and drinks, and just
Yeah.
cooking pineapples, different ways of using pineapple to cook. Like one was I want to say it was a pork loin roast. They cored the pineapple, they put it in, and then it was bacon wrapped. It was crazy, but
Oh,
so
wow.
there's been all kind of neat. Doug Lohman is one of my fans that actually searches and happens to find all these great recipes. And I actually did make it's a pineapple jello salad that I made this week, and I like.
Oh.
But he just sent me a new one, so it's a no bake dessert that I'm going to have to try. So
Oh,
I'm always
wow.
looking forward to getting new recipes with pineapple in it, and I love pineapple. So everybody's like, wouldn't that be a shame if you didn't like it? And I said, yeah.
Exactly.
He said, too. I love pineapple. So, but yeah, so that's one of my things to do. I was going to say, I do have, let me see if I don't know if it's far away, but this is one of my, you can see my little mess if you see. I just, let me get my newest. But there's like, I'll show you a couple things. I just
Okay.
like I just like to show the kind of neat
Yeah.
things that I that I get. So this was my newest plant. Isn't that cute?
Oh, yes.
So my grade school and high school classmate that just came in town from
Aw.
Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry John's got me that. And then this is a candle that has a pineapple on it, and that Juan got me that. Juan seemed, as a matter of fact, I just saw another thing that Juan got me. And he seems to always find the best things. And I just saw it here. And then I had Jeremiah got me two matching. These are beautiful. They're
Oh,
kind
wow.
of I don't know what they're made out of. It's like a hard, it kind of looks like wood carving, but it's, I don't know what
Yeah.
it's made out of. And I got a pair of those from Jeremiah, and he's here in LA. So I do get all these really cool, just different kind of trinkets and pineapple, you know, uh, gifts and presents. So I always appreciate what everybody finds. There was this really neat thing, and I thought it was here on my desk, but this is my actual work desk. But I was gonna say it. You know what it was? It's a what do you call it? Flash drive,
Yeah.
and it's in the shape of a pineapple. I just found it. It was so cute. But anyway, so yeah, so I get all these really neat things, and it just so happens that it's a neat novelty item. It's something cool, and you could, oh, here it is, right under. But look, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a
That's
flash
neat.
drive in the shape of a pineapple.
Yeah. You can
And so,
save
and,
stuff.
and Juan found that for me too. So he always seems to find the most unique kind of things. He found me lip gloss and
Oh, wow.
yeah, my shower gel, I mean, all these neat kind of things. So yeah, fortunately it's something I like, all these neat things, and I appreciate, when someone actually contacts me and says, "Guess what I found?" And I'm, "What did you find?" And they're like, "Look," and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so neat." And so the couple that sent me all the stuff, pineapple, I call them my little pineapple family, is Bobby and Erica, and they're here locally in California. And I see them pretty often when we do our events with the Wrestling Revolution store, which is Danny and Reg Ibarra. And they come to those events a lot. And so he just contacted me and said, "Guess what I found? I found another member for your family." I said, "Oh gosh." I said, "Thank you." So yeah, so it's very cool. We're really lucky that our fans have been so dedicated for 38 years. Last year we had our, was it 38? No, I'm getting it confused. 37-year anniversary was last year. And,
Hmm.
um, we think, who would have thought I would have been on a show talking with you now about
Yeah.
flow? It's crazy that, we've been able to keep the brand alive. And it's something that now, people actually call us legends and the trailblazers
Hmm.
of bringing female wrestling to the world. And so it's an honor to know that we did something that wasn't being done back in the 80s, that we didn't know what we were doing. David McLean had a great idea. Matt Simber added all the entertainment to it, and lo and behold, Glow was born and reborn again, and then Netflix, and all kind of stuff. We're hoping to still do some things. So you never know. You never know what might come out. We'll see.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Um, and I thank you for showing all of those wonderful things.
yeah, that's
That was
my
truly amazing.
my fun stuff. That's always neat to share. And when I meet new fans, they always have great stories, and that's we learn something new every time I go to a show and meet new fans, or I do an interview. We learn more about stuff, like a lot of the girls didn't know that I played a second character.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "How could you not know?" And they like, "We didn't know it was you." And I said, "I did. I played, I was Sarah, the Sarah Mabel
Hmm.
Peg." And I thought it would be a dead giveaway, but, we had to change the way our mannerisms were because, I didn't want to look like I was moving like the Royal Hawaiian. You know,
Right.
I have a distinctive voice. That's
Yeah.
talk like this, and we said, I'm gonna rip your butt, whatever. We So it was Nadine who was Ashley Cartier. So she played Mabel, and we had to, consciously be aware that we couldn't. And it was funny because throughout the series, David McLean would say April. He would call me by name, or sometimes I was with as Sarah, and he'd say Royal, or he'd our wrong names, and some of the stuff got dubbed or had voiceovers, and some of it got through and they didn't catch it, and so it's on there. So if you catch one of the episodes, he called me April. So thought we would have gotten recognized, but even some of the girls, like some of the girls in season 3 and 4, they had no idea, because with Sarah and Mabel, after we played those original parts, there were several other girls who ended up stepping in and carrying on that tag team. So there were, like 2, 3, 4 different sets of Sarah and Mabel. So that's kind of funny, but it
It
was fun.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Uh, is there anything else you want to say or promote on Dan-A-Plooza as we wrap it up?
Well, I'm trying to get, like I said, I'm trying to get out there. I know Tommy Fierro has 80s WrestleCon coming up in May, the beginning of May. I'm gonna maybe try and see if I can make that. Jerry Sorrentino has his production company, and I know he's probably got something coming up. I'm gonna try and see about doing that. I have a friend in Florida, and we're trying to see if we can get to, let me think what it's called, um, River City WrestleCon, I believe. And that
Okay.
Wendy is in Florida, and she's a big fan, and she would love to see the Glow Girls come out. So we're working on that. We're trying to see about that. In Rhode Island, I've got a lot of fans out there. I've been to Rhode Island a couple times. That's Gremlina's area. So
Okay.
I've gone out there, and maybe this year I can try and, make it out that way to see some people. I know we have like West Virginia, North Carolina, all the I get a lot of requests for like Missouri and Minnesota and Illinois and Indiana.
Yeah.
So there's all these different areas. Unfortunately, for the last 2 years, I've only done California, Arizona, and Vegas. So
Yeah.
I have at least, been doing a little bit. And then of course here I try and help promote all the local California, indie groups, and those that are starting out, and are needing some, some promos, and getting some publicity out for them and stuff. And so I like, being that, we had the COVID, and I'm actually high risk because I'm a diabetic and I have asthma,
Yeah.
Tourette disease, all that good stuff. So I've tried to stay put, at least to where I didn't have to get on a plane. So as long as it was somewhere I could drive to, then I tried to do that. And now I'm gonna try and venture out a little bit and get on a plane again. I miss traveling. So hopefully you'll get to see me out and about this year a little bit more, and hopefully I'll get to see some of the East Coast fans, because I know they just have been waiting and we just haven't been doing a lot. So hopefully we'll get out this year. So Sunny and I, and then Roxy, we're trying to get Roxy to come on out, and I'd love to get Nanuchka and Jungle Woman out. And Nanuchka did some stuff with me last year in Vegas, because she's in Vegas. Both of them are in Vegas, and we got to get her to come to CAC in Vegas, and she also did, I believe it was a Unicon in Vegas with me, and we got to do that. So hopefully, you can get some of the other girls. I'd like to see Daisy come out again. Daisy's been busy, but here locally we can get her, and Debbie Dallas. We just did a show in Palm Springs. Debbie Dallas, Gremlina, myself, Roxy, and Sunny. We did a show in Palm Springs at Oscars, and that was a great event. We had a lot of fun. So hopefully you can get, it's hard to, get the different girls from the different parts of the area, but here locally in LA, we have the most girls probably in the California area, so it's a lot easier here. But hopefully we can get to travel a little bit more this year. So maybe I'll see you.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Well,
never know. And
yeah, then I'll see you later on in a few weeks, and on what is it called again?
it's Dan-A-Plooza. It's a rip on the Palooza.
But I mean, what is
It's gonna be the women's wrestling panel.
panel? Okay, that's right. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll see you then, and then maybe by then we have some more information on things to share and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's exciting. We're still trying to get out there and see the fans, because ultimately people ask, why do you do it? And really the reason I do it is because of the fans. I just met a super fan day before yesterday for lunch here in Long Beach. And that was Christopher Acosta. And we have been friends for years, but had never met in person. And that's why I do it, is for the fans, like I said, in your age group. Those are the
Yeah.
ones that really, really appreciate and know. I mean, you guys know more than we do.
Hmm.
That's where it's at. It's like, you guys could tell me probably more than what I know, especially since I only did season one, that I don't know a lot of all the stuff. I learn it as we go along, what took place in season two, three, and four. So that's always fun to learn and to find out what's what and who is against who and all that good stuff. So I'm always learning something new. So it's been fun.
Well,
Yeah.
we look forward to that.
Yeah.
That is all for Dan-A-Plooza. I'd like to go ahead and thank my guest, the Royal Hawaiian April Home. So
Thank
thank
you.
you for being on here.
No problem.
Dan-A-Plooza will be,
We'll see you again soon.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dan-A-Plooza will be back next Friday with our first guest from the United Kingdom. So take care and
Thanks,
have a
yeah,
good evening.
everybody.